101, starting some Crusader Kings 2 here. We are streaming a brand new game, starting over. If you happen to have seen any of the previous streams, any of our Rome streams, welcome back. We are not continuing with that game. Played a significant amount of that sort of on my own. And then the Steam Summer Sale happened, which was great because I was able to, at a discount for about $10 or so, buy a couple of expansions that I knew that I wanted and I knew that I needed to get, one of which was the one that allows for playing as a Merchant Republic, and the other of which was Conclave. I immediately then opened up my Rome game, and what should happen, but it immediately got rid of all my Imperial administration because of Conclave. So, because of Conclave, everybody was reset back to feudal, and rather than struggle with returning the entire of an empire that spanned basically the entire world, I mean, let's take a look here. I owned pretty much everything except, I don't know, half of Tibet and like a chunk of the Bengal Empire and the little bottom pieces of the Deccan Empire. But everything else, I owned all of Rajasthan, Persian Empire. I owned the vast majority of Russia, Tartaria, all of Byzantine, Arabian, Abyssinia, Mali, Hispania, Francia, Italia, Germania, Britannia, Scandinavia, Wendish Empire, basically the whole world more or less. So kind of looking at essentially watching that splinter because I had been reset to Gavelkind, and in addition also lost my Imperial administration, so all the hard work that I've been doing to revoke hereditary titles and return everything to an Imperial run through. Anyways, and it was Iron Man, so there was no like slightly previous save scum that I could go back to. So at that point, I kind of said, you know what, let's cut our losses. We've essentially reached, the point where we are dominating the world already, and there's very little else for us to do other than wipe up the last few pieces and defeat the Mongols when they show up. And I was proud of myself, did really well. Didn't get the achievements for it due to some random sort of save game corruption. Lost the Iron Man. Iron Man status of it. I mean, the Iron Man status stayed, but I stopped getting achievements. So I didn't get the, create the Roman Empire, restore the original borders, any of that kind of stuff, which was frustrating, but here we are. So we're starting a new game. We are starting it as Gear of Rigjafylki. That's this one little count right here. We are an independent count in Norway, the Duchy of Vestlandet. And from here, I'm hoping to get large enough to reform into a merchant republic, and then have an interesting combination of being able to raid. I'm also looking to reform the Germanic faith here as well. But raiding and being a merchant republic, having large amounts of retinues. So here's my guy here. I did do a little bit of new game scumming in order to get somebody who had a combat focus. We do have Brilliant Strategist and Trickster, which is not super useful, but I will take it. The only thing we're missing here is any real level of diplomacy, and not much in the way of learning. So my character here is chaste, slothful, cynical, and shy. Of course, chaste, and I have no heir, which means that if I die in battle, this game could end very, very quickly. So hopefully that won't happen. So a few things to deal with here. First of all, I have to nominate a successor, and I don't have anybody that I can do that with. I also need to pick an ambition. Normally I would pick an ambition of getting married and having a son. It looks like under Conclave that's not something you can do anymore. So instead, I'm going to set the ambition of grooming an heir. It's going to increase my fertility. It's going to basically overwrite my chaste, which is minus 15%. This will give me a plus 20%. It's overall plus 5%. So we're going to do that. And I'm also going to find a wife. Now, I'm going to limit myself to adults here. Now look at this. There's a 22-year-old genius right here who currently even holds a title. She is a Gidya and a spy master of Skane, and she's going to get married. And she is 22 years old compared to my 34 years old, so we're going to get married. And what else will I do? I will then focus on war. so that we might gain some territory. The first place I'm going to invade is Hordaland, because that will be the key to my getting a duchy, be able to create my duchy there, go from count to duke. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at my council. So here's my council currently as it stands. There's some opportunities here. A lot of these guys are not great. And so we're going to hit the meat market here, otherwise known as the people finder. And we're going to search for, let's limit it to men who are not in prison and are not already a ruler and are within diplomatic range and are an adult and are in my religion group. Essentially men who would be willing to join my court. So we're going to start out by looking for, now this Chancellor at 15 is relatively decent, so we're going to start there. Now these guys, what's his deal? So he will not come because why? Higher tier, base reluctant. Okay, so that's, alright, but we're looking for somebody who's a maybe. I do have only 40 gold ducats, so I can only afford to bribe a couple of these guys. In fact, just 2. So in fact, let's focus on getting a really good steward first before we do anything else. So my best option on steward is this guy. And I also have this guy at a 19 right here. He actually likes me already. Tell you what, let's do. Let's limit it to yes, will join the court, and then it's nobody. Okay. So I guess we'll do a maybe. I'm going to pick the guy who's also Germanic. I'm actually going to get a little bit racist here. We're going to, just for role-playing purposes, I'm going to say my religion only. And we're going to start with the steward. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to ask him to join our court. Alright, what's the other one here? We're also going to focus on Spy Master. Now with Spy Master, this could be men or women. So it looks like my best is Ylva, who's currently somebody else's Spy Master. Now, who is the woman that I decided to ask to marry me? Where is she in here? She's not on the list. She's a genius. So, genius women. I don't have anybody in here. Adult. Why is she not diplo range, in prison, married, not a ruler? I guess she is a ruler. There she is. Okay. So she's got a 13. So I could actually, well, I guess she'll stay where she is because she's already a ruler, so she'll stay in her actual location. So I do, in fact, need, okay. So we're going to go back to where we were. My religion, any culture, married or not a ruler. And we're going to, again, search by intrigue. So here, this woman has an intrigue of 22. And so I'm going to go ahead and invite her. So we're going to go from 8 to 22, and hopefully this will help in terms of stealing technology and other stuff. And then my seer, well, we're just going to have to stick with what we've got for now because I am out of cash. Hopefully when I get a few more, that'll be able to solve that problem. But we are going to get a new steward and a new spy master. Now those guys are going to be a little bit pissed, but you know what? Deal with it. Alright, so let's see here. Do I have a casus belli on this guy? Pagans are allowed to subjugate other pagan rulers once in their lifetime. There's no such time limit against those who control titles within the kingdom. Free men are always willing to follow the mightiest ruler. So I do automatically have a subjugation casus belli, but I can only essentially use it once during my lifetime. Unless I switch my, become king ambition and kind of go from there. My plan right now is to kind of wrap around the north side here. Nick, hey, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Yeah, we are starting over and doing some Viking work here. All right. So let's take a look. Put on my wrist braces here. All right. So my plan is to sort of wrap around north on the west coast in order to take the Kingdom of Norway. Because if I go south, I run right into Sjeland, and there's a high chiefdom down there, and I don't have the power to go up against that guy. So instead, I have all these independent sort of duchies nearby. In fact, what I think I'll probably do is, to avoid having this guy attack me right away, I will send him to improve relations with Shaland. Shaland? I don't know how that's pronounced. Alright, let's see what else. This guy, we are going to organize a raid, or should we train troops? Train troops might allow me to go to war faster. What is my... Although the other deal... Let's take a look here. Am I able to like take this from this guy right away? He's still got his cash. He doesn't have enough prestige to raise his army. He's only got 500. I already have 626. Okay, terrain is mountainous for him and plains for me. And it is the winter. It is January 1st. So with the mountain bonus, I think he's actually going to come out ahead. The difference is... Okay. Rating, yeah. No, we're going to go with trained troops. Okay. You are going to get replaced. In fact, I'm just going to resign you right now. And same for you. You're getting kicked out, so you're getting resigned right now. Seer, do I have anybody better at Seer? I do not. So we're just going to leave that as it is. And I'm going to go ahead and raising religious zeal, increasing your piety and plus evil, and attracting some holy warriors. If you don't use these troops for religious wars, they'll get angry at you and you will lose piety. So I have to use some sort of religious war, and I don't know if that counts of just attacking a Christian or something along those lines, but what is my other option? Improve religious relations, decreased relation, yeah, or proselytized. Okay. I'm going to stick with building zeal in the home county here. And we're going to wait for those other folks to show up. We have some minor titles, designated regent, herdman, a few of these others, and I got a couple commanders in here. Let's just wait and see until these dudes show up. Oh yeah, we're on slow time. I'm going to speed things up. We're getting married. Oh good. Yeah, we're going to collect our 10 gold ducats. I'll take them. That means we can afford to bribe somebody else to show up. So now we're married, and she's actually a part of Sjeland, but that's okay. We might end up with a genius heir, so I'm really hoping for that. Alright, and I'm on war focus right now, so I have a 17 in martial. Let's see, I don't have... Oh, but I can bribe somebody else. So again, let's take a look at my counselors. And I think my seer is the other one at a 9, who is like not so good. So let's stick with men at this point, and we have a seer going up to a 20. So we're gonna bribe him into coming on over. Come on over, dude. So we got our first two. So we're gonna appoint this guy here at a 19, and we're gonna appoint her at a 22. So as far as our 19, he is going to build legend. Have the steward build your legend among the people, increasing your prestige and possibly even raising some eager warriors. If you don't use these troops and go to war, they will get angry at you and you will lose prestige. So I get extra prestige, and I have a 14% yearly chance of raising extra warriors to go to war with. So we're definitely going to do that. And then what about her? Study tech. This is what we're going to do with her. I'm going to send her down to Ostfriesland to study tech. Alright. And we have one more recruit. There we go. We're going to put him in as my seer. And there he goes. Boom. And same thing, we're going to build zeal with him. Alright, now she doesn't like me too much. What's her deal? Short reign, slothful, envious, sent gift. Yeah, so she's actually not real crazy about me, even though we're the same religion and I appointed her my advisor here. But such is life. Hopefully I'll be able to give her some other position, a minor title. So let's take a look. We need a designated regent. So this is the person who will be the regent if needed. Hopefully somebody who likes me, like a lot. I'm going to put my seer in that job. Cupbearer, this is a person who brings me stuff and tastes my food. Again, hopefully somebody who's not willing to get in on plots. Law speaker. So we actually have, I'm going to put her in as the law speaker because I get some bonuses for that. Literally meaning marksman, standard bearer, opinion plus 10. Okay. So who are my number one combatants? My marshal, I'm going to give it to him. Herdman, yeah, we're going to give it to the guys who are currently serving me. And then two others, how about the guys who I actually have a chance with, the 11 and the other 11. Court tutor, this is the default tutor for any children. And then my commanders. So everybody's just at a 6. I guess when I get some more cash, I can invite some more commanders in, but that's where we're at right now. What did I just drop on the floor? Something. Let's see. Well, nothing important. Alright, these commanders at a 6, I guess that's the best I can do. There's no reason to fire them at this point. Alright, so... And successor nomination, I don't have an opportunity to nominate a successor, so we're just going to unpause and let the game run through a little bit. And what are my troop? 643 out of 769, so I can raise up to 769, which is interestingly enough also the year that it is. What's my, I'm making 0.16 per month. I get 2.24 prestige, and I'm making almost 2 piety. And I have a size, personal domain size, that's pretty good. Now here's what else I can do is I can go raiding. So while we're waiting, I do have the option to raid. And so, for instance, I could head up here to these guys. They're just tribal, but, oh yeah, they have almost no wealth whatsoever. Those guys have some wealth that's largely unprotected. These guys have some wealth that's mostly unprotected. Yeah, so actually let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to raise up some boats. Do I have any boats? I don't. I would have to hire boats. Wow. Or I'd have to walk. Okay. Well, good to know. Guess I'll have to save up some cash. Or just wait until my forces are built up and I can go after Hordaland. Hordaland? Not sure. 680. Look at that, I have 6 gold ducats now. Boy, we're really raking in the cash here. What I really need is to get my wife pregnant, so hopefully that happens. There you go. And then let's look at the laws. So this is the sort of new way that the realm is structured. Under civil and religious laws, you have tradition of status of women, title revocation, and administration. Your obligations are on a sliding scale, so this is like whether your vassal obligations are more towards paying money or more towards providing troops. And then your council actually has like a way to weigh in on anything that you want to, involve yourself in. So these guys, and they have positions like this guy's a pragmatist, he's a glory hound, so they're either interested in going to attack powerful neighbors or weak neighbors or like any number of other different sort of varieties here. And then any law changes that you want to make are going to be affected by that. And so some of them are really interested in that, some of them not so much. So again, if we go back to realm laws, I don't have the choice to up any of these. Yeah, that takes tolerance, that takes legalism, that takes legalism. So title revocation would be the next place I would be allowed to go, and that takes legalism 1, which I need 106 culture points for. So I'm just gonna wait on that. So again, our choices here are what? Oh, see, these guys are already taking territory. Sageland. So what I really want to do is I want to go raiding. Oh, and this guy got taken by his Saxon neighbors, so excellent work, pagan, Germanic Saxons. I much appreciate it. Yeah, ultimately what I need to do is I need to build boats. I need a shipbuilder, and I need shipbuilding capabilities for that and 300 prestige, of which I don't have any. But I could walk them down here in order to raid sort of Christian territories. Really, ultimately, I would like to get some boats, but we're we're just going to have to wait. Because I don't have either that, or I could go up into Finland, I suppose, to go raid Finnish territory, I think. Or does it have to be Christian? I'm not sure how this works. Yeah, the walking, though, seems like it would take a really long time, and especially if I get attacked by Sajeland or any of the other guys nearby, it's not so good. So he's down to 592. I'm up to 769. Or 790? Yeah, 769. So I'm almost 200 more troops than him. I know it seems like these such small amounts, but there it is. And I think I only need... Okay, I would need one more from them. Shoot, Nidaros would actually be easier for me to get in a duchy, because otherwise I have to take one from Sajeland. So that's the problem, is that the duchy I'm in has 4, I believe. So de jure, Vestlander, yeah. So I would need 3 of the 4 in order to create the duchy. And so it means I have to take one from Sajeland. Which means I have to count on them either having some sort of internal problems and somebody going, you know, independent, or alternatively, I have to count on being able to put enough military together to attack them and win. And right now they're sort of like the big guy on the block. What do they have? Yeah, 1.3 thousand. So they have almost twice as many troops as I do. That's okay. Hopefully I'll be able to generate some raiders or something in here. Let's see, these guys, 800 for all those territories. Okay, so we made this guy like us more, so we got a plus 20 on relations with him until 774. So I get 4 years about of positive relations with the king here. Excellent. And my wife, does she have any family? She does not. I was going to say, if she's got any family, then theoretically I could make alliances with them, because those alliances can be really helpful. And I don't have any family either. That's the other side of the coin, is that I basically came as an empty character with no family, none of that stuff. Yeah, but we're in good shape here as long as we can get enough money or prestige together. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Going through the treasury to account for today's earnings, it seems that the coffers seem to contain less than what we started out with today. Either someone is stealing my gold, or I must be going mad. So, do I just lose the 5 gold, or do I lose the 5 gold and get paranoid as well? Let's take a look. Paranoid is +2 intrigue, -1 diplomacy. I already have 0 diplomacy, and I have 12 intrigue. I think I'm gonna not get paranoid. But that sucks, because I don't really have a whole lot of money to spare. I don't make much. Whoa! Okay, I got some because my steward died. And because he had no family and no heir, all the money that he had went to me. So now we have enough that we can bribe another steward to come over here. So let's take a look. What do we have in terms of stewards? Looks like the steward of Jomtland is an opportunity for us. So this guy has a 15 in stewardship. So I think we're going to go ahead and bribe him and invite him to our court. So there's our new steward. There you go. Come on board. And so that was just the original 15, essentially, that I started out with. Or that I gave him to bribe him to show up. That's the 15 that I then recovered. Alright, your mission was a success. You bribed that guy again. Almost not showing up. Should be 41. Okay. During your wife's recent visit to Vestergotland, we had a great time discussing the similarities between our people. Suggest a non-aggression pact between us for the near future, and we will welcome any visitors from your realm with open arms. Oh, that's so sweet. Vestergotland. Well, I am happy to have a non-aggression pact with you. I don't have any plans to attack you. Dude, someone's stealing from me again? Wow. That sucks. I wonder if I can sign an alliance with this guy. I can. Look at that, an alliance. Excellent. And I have no money. But I now potentially have enough troops. He's got negative prestige. I might be able to declare war on this guy and take Hordaland from him. Let's see what else here. Peace for too long. I lose 2 prestige every month for being at peace and doing no raiding. Okay, good to know. And I have minor titles that are grantable. A couple herdmen. Well, there's one of them. And I need another commander. So I guess this guy, my court tutor. Well, I guess we're going to war. Can I not declare war? I'm not bankrupt. Oh. To wait until I have some actual positive cash. The rise of the Shia. Alright, good luck, guys. Now I can declare war. Subjugation war. And I'm going to bring in my ally. Come with me, dude. And we're going to raise all 769 of our troops. And we're going to march over here. Yeah, you going to come? Come with me, dude. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Get your troops over here. Oh, who's he fighting? He's got his own war, it looks like. Who's he fighting? He's got a war going on with Ragnar of Helsingland. Okay, so he's got another local dude that he's attacking. Well, I mean, are we going to win this war? I don't know if we are, but we're going to find out. His personal combat skills suck. Oh, I guess my speed is on way too fast. Now, they are in the mountains, so they get a nice bonus from that, but we outnumber them, and it's close. Nope, I'm going to lose. Maybe? Yeah, because he's got me on narrow flank and the mountains. I'm going to lose. Retreat. Lost 100 men. Great. And it's October. Alright, time to recover. Getting 9 guys a month back here. There we go. Get some reinforcements over here. Come on, guys. There you go. Let's get in on this. Fall of the Avars. The Avar Khaganate was established in Europe in 567 after the Avars had migrated into the Carpathian Basin from the east. They crushed the Gepids and allied with the Lombards to form a strong realm in the area. For long periods, they alternated between conflict and truce with the Eastern Roman Empire and had close dealings with the Lombard kings. Now, however, this once proud realm has fallen. The area is no longer ruled by an Avar dynasty and shall once again be known as the ancient name of Pannonia. Sic transit gloria mundi. Well, interesting. Alright. Where are these guys? Oh, my experience in matters of war has increased. So I'm already a trickster. So now what is left? Do we either do fast mover, focus on the center, or never surrender? And yielding gives morale defense and overall defense as well. Direct leader leading the center plus 20%, or movement speed and retreat. I kind of like the movement speed, so we're going to do organization. When are these guys going to arrive? Come on, don't lose another stinking battle over here. When are these guys going to get there? I need my reinforcements. Yep, we're already in retreat. Great. Well, that sucks. What happened to my allies? Are they seriously coming with me? They must have come with me on the retreat. Okay. Wow, we're at negative 14%. Luckily, it's not negative 100%. So we're going to head back. Come on, guys. Really going to siege down my home? I'm going to kill you now. Oh, defeated my tribe. I lost. Dude. Because he's siege, I only have the one tribal territory, and so that was it. Wow, so I have negative 15 gold. I have negative 110 piety. I'm getting worked here. Worked. Absolutely worked. Yeah, this did not work out in my favor. I should have waited for my allied troops and just sat and waited. I'm so tempted to simply start this over. Mercy and Revolt. It feels terrible right now. Pannonia. Who are these? What happened over here to these guys? That's what I want to know. Contelarigo, he's Bulgar. So the Bulgars took them over, not an Avar anymore. Oh, so the Bulgarians basically took them over is what happened. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's, you know what? Nobody else but Nick is in here, as far as I can tell. I got one other person but Nick. We're gonna do this. But I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're not gonna new guy scum. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna resign. We're gonna start this same game over. But I am not gonna start it again and again until score -16. Until I get somebody with like a combat focus. We're just gonna, the first guy we get. So let's do this. That hurt though. That was a really painful way to start the game. Super painful. Okay, same guy. And we're just gonna roll with whatever we get this time. So it doesn't matter if he is, you know, like a dunce and has zeros on everything. He's definitely not a combat focus. Well, you know what? His stats aren't so bad, honestly. And there's no genius chick in here, so that's not an option. All the rest of these women. Now, here's the other choice, is that I can go to Intrigue and I can say, present a debutante. It only costs a single gold. So who is this? You know what? She's 17. That's fine, I think. Yeah, I think I'll marry her. She is not a ruler. How come she's not showing up in my possible to marry list? Where am I? There's me. Alright. I lose 100 prestige from marrying wait a minute, should I just marry one of these other chicks here? This girl is a newborn. I mean, this is the other choices I've got here. Let's see, what's my worst stat? So I could marry this girl. She's 18 and has an 11 and a 10. She's got pretty decent stats all told, and she's a priestess. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So another random chick. That's, you know, whatevs. Okay, we're gonna say Gruminaire. We're going to focus on war again, and I'm again gonna look at my advisors here and see what we can drum up. So it looks like my marshal, well, okay, let's see here. Men who are not in prison, who are not already a ruler, but are an adult, and are within diplomatic range, and are my religion group. Okay, so, wow, this dude, attractive, genius, and strong. Holy crap, Spymaster of Kiev. Wow, he's already wounded though. I don't know how that happened. This is amazing. Look at this. Strategist, Game Master. He's got a 24 and a 13. Holy crap. Okay. So I have a possibility of getting a 19, but I already have a 16. So ultimately, I think I'm in pretty good shape. What about for Marshall? I have a 20 compared to my 13. That's actually not a bad idea. So I think I'm going to send him an invite. Get a new marshal, since so much of this early on is going to be about war. And let's see, this guy here, the 20, do him, send a gift to him, and invite him to court. And then we'll just rock with the current Spymaster and everybody else. So you are going to resign, and you are going to resign. But you are going to make friends with Zealand, and you are going to study technology down here in Friesland. And you are going to build Zeal. And then we're going to wait for anybody else. For everybody else to join in. Yeah, we're going to collect our gold here. There we go. Alright, yeah, I'm going to get myself a new spy master. That's right, I forgot getting married. So we say men and women, and our new spy master will be Ylva. And I don't even have to bribe her with anything. Look at that. Cool. And so actually then I can afford to get myself a new seer while I'm at it. And for that we're going to say my religion. And Alfer is a steward somewhere else, but Alfer, you are going to be my new seer. So it looks like we got a new seer and a new spy master while we're at it. Alright, so we got our marshal. Guy is boss. Get him training troops over here. And he's gonna join. That's my new steward. So excellent work for you. Build my legend here. And there's my new spy master. She's gonna study tech down here in Friesland. And I got my new seer now as well. And that guy's gonna build zeal here. Alright. Now we have my minor titles. So who's my designated regent? Who likes me the most? My seer. Oh, good. Cupbearer. Same thing. Law speaker. Where's my... You're gonna be my law speaker. Rexmandir. Let's see. Courtiers. So, tempted to go, let's see, steward. Marshal. I want my marshal to be super happy with me. Same thing here. Steward. Chancellor. The rest of these dudes are just courtiers. I guess I'll just hand them out. My tutor. She's the only one left, huh? Okay, I guess it'll be her. And these are my commanders. Make this guy a commander. And my current guy, Solvi, gets morale defense and brave. This guy gets morale damage for cruel. So I'll take morale defense. Alright, I'm in pretty good shape here. And your daily routine involves repeatedly swinging your blade at a training dummy. I'm going to ask this dude. Oh yeah, that's right. We become close friends. Excellent. I now have a friend. Okay, what kind of troops can I muster? 534, and he can do 464. Alright. Such is life. Gotta get some extra troops here. Let's see if my guy can make it happen. These guys are getting whooped on. Who's going to war with them? Oh yeah, these dudes. Okay. Realize that to become a great fighter, you would need to get in better shape. There's a great path in the nearby woods that would be excellent for running. Let's go running. Okay, having spent countless of hours swinging your sword, it is clear that your technique is getting better. You know the essence of every possible strike to utilize in a fight. Excellent. I get warrior. Martial +1, personal combat skills +1. Okay, Rikisa, the wife of Bjorfin of Gotland, has been spending a few days in Reykjavik. It's a very nice experience meeting her. Maybe our peoples are not that different after all. Alright, should we suggest a non-aggression pact? I believe we shall. Yeah, let's see if they're in on it. Excellent, non-aggression pact it is. What about an alliance? You down with that? Cool. Excellent. Alright, so now I'm going to declare war on this guy. We're going to try this again, and I'm going to wait for my allies' troops to show up first. Before we do anything else, knowing that I only have a single tribe. This is it. This is all I've got. Okay, so nothing else. So let's see, Solvi at 13. Morale, defense, brave. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna leave Solvi on there. Do we have any option for a sub-commander? Yeah, in fact, there's me as a sub-commander. Okay, so that's perfect. So we're gonna wait for my ally troops. Come on, you guys. I need your 600 dudes. Cross over. Come on, walk the bridge. Okay, now he's on his way. Come on, dude. So I guess he won't come unless I'm marching. The problem is that I'm gonna lose this. There's no way I'm gonna win. Okay, so that guy took some territory. Or did he just usurp it from somebody, one of his own guys? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna win this battle here. I just don't have enough money to hire mercenaries, and I don't have enough... I don't have enough prestige to do the whole tribal army thing. So if I head back home, is he still on? No, he's heading back home too. Why? What's his whole deal? I guess I need to get in here and fight for him to show up. Alright, so that dude likes me. Alright, so are we gonna win this? Let's see. Ooh, we might. My studies and training have taught me the general tactics of flanks, etc., but I could hardly master everything. Alright, take center, flanking, battlefield terrain master, or trickster. I'm tempted to go with either center or flanker. What do you think, Nick? Any thoughts from the chat? Let's see here. Center or flank? That's my thoughts. Be center for flank. But I may actually win this, so we'll see here. Alright, waiting to hear. Going once, going twice. Alright, well I'm gonna go with flank. Excellent. So now I now have the flanker attribute, flanking plus 20%. And I'm out of money. Because I'm losing money now that my troops are raised? Yes, that is in fact the case. Alright, how we doing here? Are we gonna win? Yes! They're in retreat, and we're in the pursuit phase. Excellent. Oh, look at that. 80-something dudes died on either side each time, so no huge loss either way, but excellent. And we are now busy with sieging, and our allied troops are finally showing up. I guess it took us winning. I don't know why we won that battle and we lost the last one. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. But you know what? Whatevs. It is what it is. Okay, so now we have 1,247, and this should be the end of the war right here. Yep. And so, boom. Offer peace. And we now have ourselves a second tribe. Very good. Alright. Now, do I have a casus belli for Nidaros? I do not. And I'm not about to go to war with Sjeland. So, next thing is I gotta change my... but I already stuck it to an heir. So, what is next then? Okay. First of all, who is it that... Okay, this guy. Who's his heir is the petty king of Sjeland. So I would like to get this by marriage. I don't have any claimants. It's just too early. There's no other claimants. I have to just wait this one out until I actually get some kids and an heir and all that kind of good stuff. I'm gonna have to wait months until I even have positive cash flow. Hey, but I knocked up the wife. Excellent. I get 5 prestige for that. And so we're just gonna keep waiting this one out. Alright, positive cash flow, positive cash. Pirates have been marauding in increasing numbers all along the coast recently. Worse, there's a rumor among the common folk that the pirates are being aided by Gotlander agents. I must send a letter to the Gotlander chief and find out if it is so. All port counties experience tax collecting issues. Great. Marauding pirates, minus 20% taxes. Am I actually making money anymore? Jeez. It grieves me to hear of your troubles, however, I can assure you that I have nothing to do with the pirates that plague your coasts. So we can either say he lies and we break our pact with him, or I lose 50 prestige if we say, ah, that puts my mind at rest. Well, I can afford the 50 prestige, not that I necessarily want to, and I would prefer to have a pact with him. In case I'm attacked. Now, what are my own troop levels? I can't raise anything extra at this point because, yeah, we have this new administration and recently conquered penalty, so that doesn't really help me much at all. Okay. Are we back to 0? We are still at negative 0.8. Oh my god. Plus 0.12. I need to do some raiding is what I need to do. But it actually costs me money to have my army standing. So I need to save some money before I can spend some money. So unless I get some raiding event troops, like from my marshal or something like that. And I had a daughter. Excellent. Okay, so this is one of the new features of Conclave, is this ability to set a childhood focus. So you can choose humility, etiquette, struggle, pride, thrift, duty, faith. So, and each one has an associate like child aspect, learning, and you can develop into other stuff. Heritage, humility, so be timid, which is +1 learning, affectionate, which is +1 diplomacy, etiquette +1 diplomacy, indolent +1 intrigue, thrift +1 learning, or fussy +1 stewardship, or conscientious stewardship +1. We're going to go conscientious, I think. Alright. Yeah, this childhood focus aspect is kind of cool, and then when they get to their sort of like tutorage phase, when they get to be 6 years old and you set them up with a tutor, then they get another focus for that as well. Okay, so this guy has both of these tribes here. So these are the other two tribes that make up this particular duchy. His ability to raise troops, he can pull up about 1,300 troops, so that's significantly more than I can. I'm about 700, so he's got about twice as many troops as I do. Me and my ally combined are like sort of kind of close. Okay, so we've lost recently conquered, and now we're just a new administration. And so hopefully here we're getting some more taxes, and on top of that our troop numbers should start to increase. And it looks like once we get fully stocked up here, we'll be able to field about 1,150 troops all told. And our tax has gone up to 0.19. So we do have a righteous imprisonment option. I don't know what this guy did to deserve his righteous imprisonment, but Siegtrig, oh, he has a plot. He's trying to kill me. So heck yeah, I'm going to arrest him. And we're going to keep him in there for when we do a blot. Human sacrifice is part of the blot. Trying to kill me. Are you serious? What's your deal, man? Give me a break. So we used our 1 subjugation. Alright, let's see here. And again, I'm at groom and heir. Absolute cognatic, raising either male or female child will fulfill this ambition. Yeah. So, wow. Okay. Alright. That ambition might have to wait for now until I can become king. Even then, though, that's not a great one. Perhaps instead I should just focus on gaining some claims on Nidaros, but then I need also Naumedal. Because again, I'm not going to go after Sajeland, right? This is not something I want to mess with. These guys can field 2,000 troops. They can call in their tribal allies for additional troops, right? This guy can field 1,000. This guy can pull up about 500. So yeah, those dudes are not to be messed with. It's just not gonna happen. Got the wife knocked up again. All right, 5 more prestige. So Vestlandet, and then yeah, Nidaros is only 3 counties. And so if I could become the sort of high chief of Nidaros, that's sort of the next step up for me. And my ability to have vassals and own territory. So I can actually own 2 more counties of my own, which is great because that's all I need in order to create my own sort of high chiefdom here. So here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to move this guy over here to fabricate claims. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's going to trigger early and I'll end up in debt or something, but at least for the time being, that's kind of where we're at. I'm also in the situation at the moment where I need to steal some tech because I need to get some boats, and I don't have the technology for boats. I need shipbuilding 1, and so I'm going to need to steal at least 2 military organizations for that. Only then. Alright, I've been at peace for too long. Jeez, I don't, who can I even raid? This is my question. Like, I don't have a claim. I can't declare war on this guy. I got no weak claims. I don't have any claims whatsoever that I can press. So I guess I need to go raiding, but that's gonna cost me money. Do I march down into Saxony? Like, what's that look like? I guess I raise my troops. I switch them all into raiding mode, and I just walk them down here, I guess. Yeah, I don't really have any other choice, do I? Gotta go raiding. Otherwise I'm taking a prestige hit, and I'm gonna lose money for this, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Can I raid other pagans? Can I go to Finland? It's running out of supply here as well. Had another daughter. Oh joy. Darn it. She's sickly. Well, such is life. Boy, these guys have no support whatsoever. Oh, is it just because I've been away from my own territory for too long? Pirate marauding. I'm going to ask this dude again. What's the deal? Are you involved in the pirate marauding? I can lose another 50 prestige to keep my... And we got a claim. How much is this going to cost me? 3 gold? Yeah, I'm going to take that for sure. Alright, and that dude's like not even... Oh, he is done. I'm going to go for the next one. So actually then, these guys should head home. Because we don't need to go raiding, we can just conquer Nidaros. Nidaros? Nidaros. Nidaros. Not sure the pronunciation on that. Nice hair, bro. Hey, thank you so much. Yep, got the dreadnought top going on here. It is like in the 90s out here in Northern California. And with dreadlocks like this, dude, they are warm on the back of your neck. Let me just put it that way. And so I put them up in the man bun thing, the top knot, whatever you want to call it, and it makes it much easier to deal with. All right. So Nidaros, you can field about 500 troops, and I can field about almost 900. So it's time for us to go to war, dog. We're going down. I'm gonna call my allies into war. We're going to raise troops in both spots, and Nidaros, you're in trouble. You're gonna show up to the war? Hey, thanks, dude. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Coffee S, if you like that hair, man, give me a follow. Much appreciated. And let's see. So who do we have here? We have 2 flanks. I'm gonna put myself, since I'm the flanker, on the second flank here. And we should be able to knock these guys down here. Oh! My commander was killed on the battlefield. Cornered and slain. That sucks too, because this was my 13 guy. He was Solvi, and I got wounded. Wow. being a commander on the battlefield is not so great sometimes. Okay, but we are going to win this battle, so... I guess with wounded, I'm going to end up with a dope scar, is that right? Yeah, I got health -1, but when it heals, I think I end up with a cool scar. So let's see how that works out. In the meantime, I need to finish sieging this tribe down, and then I can end this war and hopefully recover some of my cash. I'm down to -3, losing about 1 gold ducat per month at this rate. So, oh, and our reinforcements have arrived just in time. And we got some tech. Let's see, what did we get? We got cultural tech. So, of course, the first thing I'm going to do with that is I'm going to pop legalism up, so that way we can revoke titles. Aha, and it looks like they also have a temple here. So, geez, we are... Ooh, my courtier is starting to fancy me, and her husband is in jail. So, yeah, I'm going to go make a move and take her for a tumble. Alright, now we're at 100% with Nidaros, so I am going to take that. Bam! And I am now the chief of Nidaros. And I have this temple as well. Ah, I went to Linda's chamber and gave her a good tumble. It's good to be the chief. I didn't know Linda was an 8th century Norse, Norwegian women's name. Just straight up Linda Lowborn. Well, Linda Lowborn, it's good to be the chief. Thanks for banging me after I locked your husband up in jail. Really appreciate that. And I need a new commander, don't I? I got nobody else, and I got no cash, so I can't, well, I guess I'll just set one of these other randoms in here. Oh, this guy gets something. Craven. Great. Great. We'll put Eggle in there. Eggle didn't like me much, but we're going to put him in there anyways, just because I need a commander. Let's see here. After I made another courtier cry, the 3rd one in a short week, I felt a bit embarrassed. Is this really who I am? A cruel man who likes to hurt people? So we either get 70% chance of kind or a 45% chance of cruel. So kind will give us intrigue -2 and diplomacy +2. Whereas cruel will give us intrigue +1, diplomacy -1, and I actually get a morale damage combat bonus for this one. So I'm actually going to go this way. It'll put me at, what, a 7 and a 10? Or, again, what's the other option? Intrigue -2, 7, and a 10. So it's a 7 and 10 split either way, but the difference is what I want the 7 in and the 10 in. I'm going to take the intrigue. There we go. So I am Chief Gear the Cruel. I mean, I don't have that name yet, but there you go. I get that morale damage bonus as well. And I can cancel my ambition at this point. I don't have a son, and so until I have a son, I might want to pick something else. So let's take a look at what my other ambitions are. We have build a war chest. Let's see. This has to do with how much cash I can stack up. That's going to take me a long time to put together. Become King of Norway, of course. I don't have the ability to cancel at any time. So I think I'm actually going to stick with Groom and Heir. Just increase my fertility, keep knocking up the wife, keep popping out kids. It's Gavelkind, so I don't want to have too many sons, but at this point, I need a son, right? My daughters cannot inherit, so we'll see what we can do here. All right, so I now have 3 counties. We have tripled our holdings, and when we get this 4th one, we should be able to create a duchy. So the question then is, this Duchy of Nidaros, I currently have 1 of the 3 I need, and it cost me 174 gold. So I actually need to save up a significant amount more gold. So all right, we're going to see what goes on with that. Oh, yeah, this dude knows that I banged his wife. Well, you know what? Get over it. I've already got you in jail, and in fact, when I have enough, I'm going to sacrifice you in a great blot. So that's how it's going to work out. I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah. And so we're waiting on a couple things at this point. We are waiting on... we gotta go to war. Okay. Ostergotland. Alright, we can do that. So... Boom, boom, and boom. Time to go to war. Cool, we got some tech. We get that time. Military tech, good. We gotta go shipbuilding, and then I can do some raiding. That's gonna be good for us. Guy got his defensive pack disbanded. Good for him. I hope he made something of that. Those guys are getting killed over here. Our 700 guys. Oh yeah, dude, these guys are gonna work us. There's no way we're gonna win this. All right, let's see here. We got Eggle in the center. I'm gonna put myself over on the wing over here. Just get some XP from battle. And we're just gonna, I mean, these guys are gonna lose this, and they're probably gonna lose it relatively quickly. So I'm gonna just try to take an opportunity to siege some of this territory and potentially get, and that is it. Wow, so I lost my ally in Gotland. So we're gonna send these dudes on home. Got the wife knocked up again. Excellent. Hopefully it's a boy this time. We'll see what happens. A daughter was born. Oh yeah, Linda the Unfaithful. This is my bastard daughter. Okay. So we're gonna put her into, I guess, same thing. I'm still unclear about what the best. Do we acknowledge her as a bastard? I guess so. Yeah, that's fine. I can have as many daughters as I want. It's not a big deal. All right, and I lost wounded and gained scarred. So I get some extra prestige for that. Alright, now what do we do? Do we switch these guys to looting? Let's see. And can we just loot these guys next door, I wonder? Yeah, we can. Okay. And what, is he going to do anything about it? We don't get much from him, but we're getting a little bit. I suppose I can get the whole shebang here. Oh, yeah, let's run away, guys. Oh, we're gonna get worked here. Yeah, that's 21st of November, huh? Not gonna make it home. I don't have any fast mover or anything like that. I think it's time to pull me out of there. And for that matter, we're gonna go ahead and pull Eggle out of there too. And run away. So we lost 220 men there. Alright. And temporarily hostile, but it looks like those guys are headed back away again. And that our temporary hostilities will be gone soon, hopefully. I can go raiding somewhere else. Somewhere with a little bit more in the way of riches. I still need one more territory. Hey, look at that. I got a son. Nice. Okay. My son, however, we're going to put in... So, rowdy or willful or pride can get either haughty or brooding. So either way, it looks like you get martial and intrigue. Martial and intrigue, yeah. Ambitious, brave, or stubborn. Brawny, honest, or dull. So yeah, we're gonna go with struggle. Let's see what we get out of that. Okay, so his childhood focus is gonna be like competing with other, you know, assign a guardian for him. And my marshal will be the one. Is that marshal? Perfect. Now speaking of my marshal, dude doesn't like me much, but he does want to get married. So do we have anybody who we can marry him to? I can marry him to my spy master, or any of these other randoms around here. How about this chick? You gonna marry her? You gonna get married? He's Croatian. That's fine. All right, getting married. Oh, but then he went to her place. No. Shiza. I thought for sure. No, because she was already a ruler, so he went to Saxony. Dude, that sucks. It's a huge mistake on my part. Well, and I don't have enough cash to pay somebody else to show up. Not yet, at least. Oh, I guess we'll keep waiting here. Speaking of which of these territories? This is... Okay. Gotta get to 15, 14.8, and 15. We're almost there. There it is. So now I can bribe somebody to come and join my crew. How about Thomas, Chancellor of Vestma? Thomas, I'm going to send you a gift and invite you to my court. Alright, Thomas, you're my new guy. 18 is not as good as a 20, but it is better than nothing, and I will happily take him. 18, and we're gonna train some troops here. And what am I at troop-wise? 803. And we got more tech from Friesland. What do we get? We got cultural this time. So where are we at right now? I need 103 to get our first level of legalism. So we can actually get noble and religious customs, but again, we're going for legalism. So I'm going to wait for the other 3 points or however that is going to work. I also definitely need at least, almost another 50 points in military as well, but Friesland looks like fertile ground down here, so we're going to continue to study technology down there because we're going to get to shipbuilding. That way I can do some more successful raiding, including heading all the way down to Venice, for instance, which is lousy with loot. Look at this, and most of it not behind the walls at all. Looks like Amalfi, for instance, as well, also is pretty lousy with loot, but Venice is much richer, so that is a much better place to go for looting. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll let this pick itself back up here. Alright, I'm going to take a brief pause here and grab a beverage, and folks, I will be right back. right back. So, getting back to it, saving up some cash, waiting for troops, waiting for claims on Numedal, and then I will be able to create the duchy title, which I believe is a High Chieftain title. And then hopefully I'll be on more or less equal footing with the rest of the idiots around me. And what did I set? I set my groom and heir, so that's my son, and I will be his his dingus, his educator. Yeah, so for him, his guardian though will be me. Just set that now so we don't have any issues with that. Alright, these guys are doing their thing. My allies in Gotland are gone. Let's see. What are my other opportunities here? I don't have any family members that I can marry out. Sjeland is like, they're the guys that are in charge of shit here. They're really in charge. I need to find a way to destabilize them or something because they are the big boys on the block here. And we got some tech. Let's see what we got. Economy. Oh, great. Alright, well. Oh, but we can do legalism. There we go. Legalism. Boom. So now we're going to head over and we are going to change it up to allow for title revocation. Oh, and I'm going to nominate my son as my heir. So he now has 2 votes, and we're going to allow for title revocation. And we're going to see here. Boom. Done. And so now if I have any vassals, which of course I do, this chickie here, for instance, she is a powerful vassal who expects to be on the council. Well, I don't need you around, and I'm tempted to revoke your title and give it to my wife. Because, I mean, you're content, which is great. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep you around for now. I mean, I don't have any other vassals. So the question is, would I gain any income from this thing or not? Because I can fit it within my sort of vassal cap. And then my wife, where does her... Oh yeah, she's way over here. Can I... She doesn't like me much. Unfaithful lecher, acknowledged bastard, religious differences. Who's she trying to kill? She's trying to kill Linda the Unfaithful. Interesting. Can I ask her to end her plot? Nope. I can ask to join her plot, kill off my girlfriend there. Yeah, I mean, I really only did it just to piss off the dude who's in jail. So, that's fine. Yeah, I could totally... Can I give her territory? By favor? No. Okay, we'll just wait this one out. We're just going to let the clock go. How much? I need 50 to run a blot so I can have that dude killed. These guys are getting whooped on. Who are they at war with? They're at a bunch of people. Peasant revolt. Let's see here. Lapland, that's at a 0%. 28%. And then being subjugated by Sjeland. So Sjeland's about to get huge. I think maybe I'm going to have to swear fealty to Sjeland here pretty soon. In fact, do I have that option at this point? Swear fealty, I do. I'll operate as his liege. I want to get that ducal title first, because I don't know what he's going to do with his laws. Alright, so I'm losing prestige now because I'm not raiding. I'm still at a net positive, but I've been at peace for too long. Do I have an opportunity? You know what I should do is I should raid against that guy. So we're going to send these guys, we're going to just set them all for raiding. Send them up here, and that way then, when I do decide to go to war with them, or when I get claims, he'll be that much weaker. And knock the wife up, even though she hates me. Excellent. And here it is. We got a claim, 8 gold. We're going to send all these guys home, and we're going to declare war. So I'm going to send you, actually, to improve relations again with Sjeland. And we're going to go ahead and declare war on this dude. And, oh, Gotland. They're actually still my ally. They just got subjugated is what happened. So, boom, and boom, and boom. Get these guys all together up here. Hey, you gonna bring your troops? Let's see what happens. You gonna show up? Excellent. You got your 300 guys on board. Your Ostergotland up there. Oh, no longer lovers with Linda. Break up with her. Alright. Too bad for Linda. Oh well, like I said, I just did it really to piss off your husband. There's not really a whole lot else to it. Alright, we're gonna head in. So I got Egil in the center, I got me on the flank here, and I have, what, no other commander? I suppose I could put the Marshal in there. I'm gonna throw Marshal Thomas actually in the center. And I'm gonna throw Egil out here because, yeah, that flank is weak anyways. Alright, I think we're gonna win this war here, this battle. Oh yeah. My Commander Thomas was cornered and slain. Seriously, is that my... Ugh. It was my Marshal. I just lost my Marshal. Dude. Who's this guy? Oh, he's the local priest. Alright. We only got 200 guys at the tribe level here. There we go. And okay, so the reason that I'm taking so many losses in this assault, because normally like 1,000 compared to 300 in an assault, you're actually going to do pretty well. The reason why my losses are so high is that the majority of my troops are light infantry, and light infantry does not fare well during assaults. You need heavy infantry during assaults. Alright, there you go. Another daughter. That's good, I like daughters. And we are at 100%, so we will offer peace. Ta-da! And the war is over, and I still need to save up like almost 200 gold to create this duchy, and then I'll become, what, High Chief or something like that. And there you go. Okay, cool, and then I'll have a de jure opportunity to declare war on Heligoland. Because those guys, let's see, they can field about 700 troops, and I can currently field about 1,000. So that's pretty good right now. I suppose this guy's my next target. He's one of the last sort of independent dudes around here. His ambition is to groom an heir as well, but I need a new marshal. And I can afford to bribe another one, so let's go look at the meat market. Let's see who is available. And top is a 21, but he will not join, and so 16 is what I'm left with. 16 in mounted troop specialization, which is not great. Anybody else around 15, 16? I got a 14 here with Winter Soldier. That's actually pretty useful up here in Norway. I'm actually thinking we'll take this guy instead. So, excellent, and we're going to invite him to the court. There we go, and so we're going to throw this guy in as Marshal, and then we're going to set him up to train some troops. And again, I can create the Duchy of Nidaros, but I need almost 200 gold for that. What I really need for that is I need to get to the point where I can build boats, because those boats, oh, this dude is my guy, he's in jail here, so as long as I've got him in jail, I think that that should be fine. Yeah, so once I can build boats, then I can go raiding, and I can get a lot more money and a lot more prestige a lot more quickly. But until such time as I have shipbuilding capabilities, we're in tough shape. I need 90, we're at 50, because we're not gaining any, not really. So stealing tech is really the only way to go about it. So hopefully I get some tech soon from my lady Ylva. Steward's not crazy about me. Foreigner. Envious and cruel. Well, too bad, homie. Alright. Letting this one ride. Do I have any other changes in law, for instance, that I can make? Obligations. So, church obligations. No option to change any of this stuff. Has the law slightly tax-focused church obligations? Oh, I can't change anything until October of 786. So bam, Sjeelen just took a huge chunk of everything. These guys are really on a roll. They have a lot of troops, and they have a lot of vassals who also will be supplying troops. So they are like the big boys on the block here. I may want to switch up my focus to become king of Norway, because that will allow me unlimited subjugation on people within Norway. And I already have an heir. I have a male heir, so I think I'm going to switch this up. I don't think I'm ever actually going to be king of Norway, but it just gives me this. So now I have the subjugation casus belli on this guy, and I have subjugation on this guy as well, because he, at least one piece of it is in Norway, and then I would gain all of that territory that's his. So let's see here. This dude. And again, I need to maybe be careful about this. The problem here is that if I expand too quickly, I will be way over my domain limit, which pisses off vassals, but at this point, I don't think that's a big deal. So I'm going to start by declaring war on this guy here. And we are going to call my ally in. And we're going to raise all of our personal levies. Might as well raise the vassal levies too. Not that there's that many of them. And that dude's going to show up. He's going to bring about 400 troops to the battle, so that's good. These guys are heading over to Numedal, so we're going to get our troops together and wreck shop before he wrecks shop. Oh, there you go. I got another army here. So these guys want to get involved. So we got another 300 guys joining in. Now I don't know if they actually, if this current war that we're already in counts or not. They may need a whole different war altogether in order to sort of fulfill their not get angry and lose prestige kind of deal. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to kill these guys off. And what happened here? I'm incapable. Great. I received a crushing blow to the head in battle, and I will not stir from my repose. So now I have a regent. Excellent. So this is, of course, the risk of being involved in personal combat, is that now I am incapable and probably due to die very soon. I don't have a focus, but I will go ahead and take, I can't take a focus at all. Okay, my son is too young. He can't even have an ambition, so the ability, I have to start this next war here. Let's see if I can. Nope, there it goes. Alright, Chief Greer feasts in Valhalla at age 43. He died comatose in bed. Humble man, he never wanted anyone to make a fuss over his accomplishments. A godly man, Greer is with the Thunderer now. Chief Boodley, having no skills with which to keep the realm together, his rule may be doomed to fail. But long live Chief Boodley. Well, we'll see here. Alright, so Council of Discontent. And I actually don't even have enough counselors here to go around. So let's get some guys in here. Marshal, Steward, Spymaster, and Seer. Alright, so we're going to put the Seer here in the capital. We're going to put this down to study technology here. We're going to build legend. We are going to train troops. And we are going to improve diplomatic relations again with Sjeland. And these guys all really dislike me. And that is because of short reign. Minus 22 for short reign. Wow. Bummer. And I have a discontent council. So I have two of these guys are discontent. Malcontent. Unhappy with the current state of affairs. They are a troublesome force in the council and always oppose the will of the ruler. During a regency, they vote on all issues, even those that are normally outside their purview. And that war is over now. Okay, so boom. Now these are event troops, and now that the war is over, they go away. Okay. And do I have the ability to... I don't. Needs the approval of your council. So how do I ask for approval from the council? Let's see. Enforce realm peace. What do I do to make these guys happy? She wants to get married. So marry her off to a courtier from Sageland. How about a matrilineal marriage? How about this random courtier? Yeah. Okay. There you go. So that should help her like me a little bit more. This dude, he also wants to get married. But these are all these sort of like foreign rulers. So the question is then, who can he's lowborn. Why can't he just get married to anyone? Why is this the only list of potential spouses? Because they're all rulers, which means I'm going to lose him from my realm. So let's go to women who are unmarried and not in prison and not a ruler, but are an adult and are in diplomatic range. And let's search for lustful. And oh yeah, who likes me most? Okay, so Upper Silesia, the clubfoot. Well, actually, you know what? Lustful is not important. First of all, is there anybody who will join the court? Oh, courtier in Pilsen. She will. 25, we're going to invite her to court. I don't have to pay her anything. We'll see if we can marry our Finnish friend off to her. So here she is. Let's head to the court. What are these guys? Returning a favor to who? Skuld af Ragnapur. Malcontent. Okay. Can I marry you off? Yes, I can. Excellent. Alright, so hopefully that dude likes me a little bit more. No? These guys still don't. They're not into it. Now, who is this dude? Skuld. Af Ratanpur. Skuld. Why does he owe... Why do they owe him favors? Did he just, like, buy favors from all of them? Glory Hound. It's my two malcontents. What does it cost to bribe him? At least 15, right? Change council positions. Okay. Skuld. Oh no. The Seer. Okay, so she's the one who is getting favors from everyone, right? Returning a favor to Arnie. Returning a... oh no, Arnie. Okay. Returning a... so they're all returning favors to each other. Interesting. Okay, so our mission to Sageland was a success. That's good. We do have the subjugation option for this guy. The council votes yes. Wow. Okay, so do we go for it? I think we need a ducal title first. Council is discontent. Title loss on succession. Yeah, so I need to save up and get this ducal title. Otherwise, I can't have any vassals underneath me other than, like, city vassals. So unless I'm going to hold all of this personally, which would piss off my entire council, I need to wait and save up almost 200 gold, which really means I need to save up until I can upgrade to shipbuilding, because then I can send raiders. It was a delight tormenting Mojmir, calling him Mojmir the Cowardly Chicken and other epithets. Oh, I have a rival. Oh well. Too bad. Hopefully he doesn't try to get me killed. This means that... Okay, but there's no factions, so that's good. But I need boats. I need boats desperately. Because without boats, I can't go to Venice. Without Venice, I can't get all the loot that I need. Oh, and actually... Oh, Sejalen. Yeah, these guys here. Do they own all the Kingdom of Sweden? They do. They own all the Kingdom of Sweden. Now, I, for my part, own how much of Norway? I need 2 duchy titles, and I have 26% of Norway currently. So I might be able to get Norway, even though he's got a significant portion of it. Hologoland is my next step, because I will have a casus belli on those guys. But I may have to subjugate myself to Sejalen for now, and then sort of eat them from the inside. We'll see how that goes. But before any of that happens, I gotta get boats so that I can go raiding overseas and get enough money to create my ducal title so that I can have vassals. Because as it is right now, I'm a chief and I can't have other chiefs underneath me, which means I need to hold everything my personal domain, which pisses off all my people. Right? Is that domain too big? I think I get a minus 10 influence modifier for... I lost a commander. For each and every one of those guys. This commander situation is pretty bad. My commanders are pretty awful. Alright, I'm at 25 gold. And ultimately what I really need to do is I need to bribe some of these people so that they hate me less. Okay, how about this thing? This thing is still under new administration, so there's some tax penalty to it. This thing, though, is good, and so is here. So what am I getting total tax-wise? I am making almost 1 gold coin, 1 ducat per month. Almost. Alright, so there is a Saxon revolt. Do I have the ability? I have the ability to join their ward, overthrow the King of Saxony, but I can't. I don't have a CB on them specifically. Okay, so if I wanted to go to war... Oh, no longer. Kola looks like they conquered Helgoland. Now, I could conquer Kola. I could try to subjugate all of Kola. But something tells me that's not going to work out in my favor. Again, that's way too much territory. Kola is part of Lapland anyways. So, yeah. I suppose what I could do is try to build up my power base elsewhere and just go for a complete and total conquering of Sejalen to subjugate them to me. And I've been at peace for too long, so I guess what I will do here is I will raise up my troops and go raiding. These guys have any territory worth raiding? I mean, that's not really. Ugh. This is nothing here, nothing there, no wealth. That's got some wealth. 5.8, 3.2. It's not much, but I guess we'll go raiding here. See what we can get. Attack these guys down here. Do we have enough troops for that? Might as well just head home. What do they get here? Hills? Arnie? Are we gonna die here? No, we're gonna win. Good. Alright. Losses were not too heavy. I forgot I have like super speed turned on, so I gotta watch out for that. Yep, I'm in trouble. We're gonna lose. Run away. Lost 80 something men now. Okay, what did I get out of that? I got something. I'm up to 55. Alright, well, it's better than nothing. Probably shouldn't have waited so long after that first successful raiding. I should have headed straight for home. Oh well. 58. How can I? I'm 6 now. Okay, so who... I need a guardian. Whose skill set do I want? Alright, this guy is probably the best. Chase, though. Just and kind. I mean, Skilled tactician is great, but the rest of his attributes aren't so great. I don't know if I want trusting. I don't know if I want chaste. In fact, I know that I don't want chaste or trusting. So here's what I need to do, is I need to invite somebody else in. So, Scold, you go about your business. Let's search for men who are not in prison, who are not a ruler, who are within diplomatic range, who are an adult, and who are my religion group. In fact, and then let's save this as slot 0. And by combat strength, 25. Nice. This is my man right here. And he's going to be my new marshal too, which means I have a new commander. Alright, so let's first of all set up here with a brand new marshal, increase of 11. Let's actually do raiders this time. Yeah, I need to do some raiding. And for me, I'm going to assign my guardian as that guy. Oh yeah, for sure. And under minor titles, let's see, we need a commander here. Arnie, you suck. So we're going to put, oh, actually, other Arnie. And what's up with Yngvar? How come he can't be a commander? Oh, because he's he's my chancellor. Oh, that's why I was not able to use him in the past. Okay. Alright, I do have some other dudes in here. The numbers are pretty bad, but we're going to leave Arnie on there. Alright, cool. So now I have my tutor here, my guardian. And he's tutoring me on all kinds of stuff. And we'll see here. There's so many fun things to do, so many forbidden things. I wonder if Rohnfried would join me in some fun pranks. May lead to Rowdy, or play dice instead, which gives playing dice intrigue +1. So, Rowdy, what is Rowdy? I don't remember what Rowdy is. Rowdy leads to brawny, honest, or dull. So, I'll take that. So I can gain the trait Rowdy, martial +1, and we become close friends, and I get cheery. Alright, cool. So, I am rowdy and cheery. I get, right now, diplomacy +1, general opinion +10. Character had a great time resulting in a cheery disposition enjoyed by everyone. Expires October 14th. So I get 3 years of cheery over 1 rowdiness. That's awesome. Can I switch my childhood focus at this point? No, it has to stay where it is. Okay. So, cool. Hope I get Brawny out of that. That would be cool. Brawny's a neat one. I think Brawny, for all intents and purposes, is essentially just like strong, but not something you have to, you know, inherit. It's not hereditary. Alright, no heir to my dynasty. Title lost on succession, successor nomination. Title can be created, Duchy of Nidaros. I know. I need to save up more money for that. And which means I need to go raiding, which means, yeah, we've been through this. Okay, should stop pausing it and just let it run out. What's up with the tech here? I got tolerance running, I got shipbuilding running. So 77, and I have 50 at the moment. What happened? Child lacks an education focus. Who is this? Daughter was born. Oh, my sister, alright, she needs an education focus because I guess she has brooding and haughty and conscientious. Okay, so her education focus. Now, she has intrigue, so we're going to put her at intrigue education. Let's see, playful and fussy children do better with this education. Haughty, brooding, oh, so, let's see. Will be hampered. Affectionate and curious. We have haughty, conscientious. Oh, there we go. Okay. So the red one is negative, the green ones are positive. So to line up most with her positive, we gotta go stewardship. There we go. Brooding and conscientious will do better, where indolent and haughty will be hampered. So she has a overall +1 for this. Alright, that's kind of cool. Yeah, so that's gotta be Conclave where that came from. So this guy is a Jarl. So I'm gonna be a Jarl here once I can create Nidaros. This other one is Yamtland. Okay, so he's got another. He's got the other half of that. And again, I can press my claim on Kola after this, theoretically. All right, so this guy here, my Tormentor. So do we fight back or try to ignore him? In which case, I gain a learning and a diplomacy. Or I get 2 martial if I fight back and we become rivals. Heck yeah, I'll take the 2 martial. Are you kidding me? Sweet. Nice. Alright, and I need to do something here, so I guess we're going to go raiding again. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we're going to get these guys and set them for looting. I've come across Bozena kissing one of the servant folk in the hallway. So we either become close friends or it's inappropriate and I can get haughty. I'm going to go with it's our secret. Now, why am I not raiding? Toggle looter. Let's see. Does this thing not have enough stuff to loot, or can I not loot this guy? I guess maybe I can't loot this guy. King of Denmark. So we have our first king up here. I guess we'll go raid this guy, even though he's got basically nothing. God, I need some boats. This whole marching around up here thing is ridiculous. And we made the King of Denmark like us. Good. Good. Get these guys looting. Got 1,000 of them here. And I think if we loot the tribe down fully, we get something extra. So let's see here. So we get 0.9 out of this. And if we destroy the tribe itself, we'll get, what, the rest of it? Got it. So what did I get? 1.1. So instead of, yeah, Halagoland tribe has been looted of 1.12. Alright, so keep looting, I suppose. Still making friends with the King of Denmark. I love it. Alright, so she needs a focus. Overall, her curious will give her bonus to diplomacy. Her haughty is a negative to stewardship. We'll go ahead and give diplomacy. Education, I think. Let's see where that goes. Let's see how much I can loot from here. Looted of nothing. Okay, so that worked, but I didn't get anything out of it. Let's see if I get anything up here in Finnmark. Dude, the King of Denmark should absolutely adore us right now. 66. Yeah, he really does like us. Well, hopefully he decides when the time comes not to attack us. That would be great. Okay, so this whole area is under new administration, so I might not get much. I got nothing out of that either. Yikes. Okay. And we are almost out of This area is all looted already, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get anything there. I'm going to try for here. Do these guys have anything? They have a little bit. March over here and loot these guys. They've got some more troops, but they'll probably just sit tight while I destroy their tribe and loot them fully. So let's see what I get out of them. Let's see, my nannies are away, and as I roam the grounds, I come upon Hjalmar. He looks up and seems interested in conversation. Ooh, I'll talk to him. May lead to affectionate. I'll sting my tongue out and run away from him. Or he won't like me. Okay, I'll talk to him. There we go. So I can get affectionate, which gets diplomacy +1, kind, content, or trusting. Talked for a long while. He had many funny things to tell me. We had a really good time. So I can either say, I'll come see you again tomorrow, and I get cheery again, or I could get, I want more friends like this, and I get affectionate. So kind and trusting are, well, kind is good, or can be. Or I can get double cheery. Am I already cheery? I think I'm already cheery. No, I lost cheery. Or I'll just become close friends with him and get cheery, so I'll do that. I don't know if I actually want, like, affectionate in that way. Alright, can loot this thing a little bit here. See if I get anything from that. And we got some more tech. Let's see what I got. It is economy. Oh. Well, economy. What are we going to do here? I suppose that we ought to go with... So, okay. I could go with church infrastructure and get some additional tax out of my 2 temples that I have. Or I could start sinking it into trade practices now, knowing that I'm going to switch to a merchant republic eventually here. I think I want to go that direction. So go with trade practices, and because I don't need any of the rest of that stuff, and I'm not going to go feudal. And I can't, that's right, I can't raid this guy. So I'm just going to bring these guys home. Alright, hopefully I'm not having this big penalty. What age am I now? I'm 11. And so far I just have rowdy. We'll see what happens with that. Alright. Come on, something happened here. Look at our beautiful capital down here. My crazy Norse guys. Alright, we have another child who lacks an education focus. My bastard sister. Oh, she is going stewardship for sure. Yeah, all her attributes are pointing that way. Now, these guys are cool looking. These models, the red hair and everything. There's my spy. No, I guess that's my religious person. Yeah, I'm just running through the time here. I try to introduce these two to be friends, and evidently they don't like each other. That is a bummer. So let's take a look. My sister is old enough to be married, and so I am going to marry her off matrilineally so that if I die, I will not be in too many serious problems here. So we got a genius dude. Yeah, keeping little genius genes in the family here. He is in Lund, and he's a commander of Denmark. So that puts us with Denmark here and gives us a non-aggression pact, at least with her husband. All the children will be of her dynasty. And you, sir, will you form an alliance with me? You will. Excellent. So I need a new focus. Oh, okay, because I'm 12. Alright, so I'm going to go martial education. Yeah. There we go. That's me. And now I have an alliance with that guy. Perfect. And he's like a single, he owns a single temple or something like that. So it's not much, but... And we have a +20 again with this guy in Sjeland. That's excellent. Let's see where we go from here. Today's my birthday, by the way. February 1st. My sister 1st. And my sister the 1st. And my other sister the 1st. Alright, yeah. So this is something I found out from Reddit the other day, that evidently all children of the same marriage will be born on the same day. Different months, same day. And that's an easy way to tell which of your kids are actually like secret bastards. Okay, I like to climb, wrestle, and run, and as I grow older, I'm beginning to notice that I'm physically stronger than others. I will always speak my mind. I lose rowdy, I gain honest. Okay, well, let's see here. So, honest, diplomacy +3, intrigue -2. Alright, well, so there it is. Now I'm over my domain limit, and I have been at peace for too long. So, time to look. Now that I'm over my domain limit, let's look at my council. And let's take a look at how much they like me or don't like me. Oh, this guy does not like me at all. Okay, so they seem okay with me for the moment. He actually, I guess it's only vassals, really, that then care, is that right? About being over domain limit? Well, let's take a look at this guy. He's a high chief. He can field 600 troops. Does he have any vassals? He does. He has 1 vassal. I'm going to go ahead and subjugate this guy. We're going to do it. And hopefully we will have enough troops to defeat him and gain all that territory for ourselves. This guy's coming. My brother-in-law. Those two did not get along, even though I wanted them to. Hopefully we'll get enough cash out of our sieges and stuff here that... Alright, and our 1,000 troops. Do we have enough commanders here? We've got Arnie. And I suppose what I should do is I should get my Marshal in there as well. So put Marshal in here. And we don't have anybody else for my 3rd one. Oh, that's right. My 3rd one is this guy, my steward, right? He's a herdman. No, is it my chancellor? It's my chancellor. So we're going to put the chancellor in here on the 3rd flank. Chancellor. Alright, so... Your wisdom and mercy are legendary. I've been appointed. I have a new regent, evidently. And this guy... I have a reason to imprison him. Huh, but he's incapable. He's trying to kill Hjalmar. Well, I'll just lock him up. It looks like he's probably about to die anyways, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so he's on his way. Let's slow this thing down a little bit here. We outnumber him by about 400. Oh yeah, we got him. Yeah. Pursue. Okay, so we killed off 177 of his men. And got 196 guys left behind to defend this tribe, but it looks like we're about to kill them off. And done. Okay, now we are headed north to Nordland, land of the Nords. Let's see here, and we got more from Friesland. Please tell me, nope, it was more economy. Great. And it was only 30 this time? I thought it was going to be more than that. Looks like he's at war with someone else. He's at war with Ilman. Yeah, you are at war with me and Kajarla. Kajarla Conquest. Okay, so it looks like just maybe that county alone. Alright. Well, hopefully I can win before this other guy does. He's at 36%. We're at 40%. Okay, So as long as this siege can happen before too long, and we can get this done hopefully before winter, although we do have Arnie, who's our winter soldier. So that gives us the ability to not take the kind of wintertime losses due to attrition that we would normally. That's a huge advantage for us in this sense. Oh, it looks like he took back that territory. So yeah, this war I think is going to go our way. There's only 79 guys left behind here. I think we can assault that safely. Excellent. So now we're going to head for Kola. We're at 92%. So our subjugation of these guys here in Lapland looks like it is coming along nicely. And again, we do not seem to have any kind of penalty. I have a new heir. Ah, okay, my sister had a genius kid. Excellent. This is what I was hoping for. I mean, what I can do, I suppose, is I could stay single and just, you know, let that guy take over and I could be that genius kid, but whatevs. I will have my own damn genius kid. Alright, so once we siege Kola, hopefully that will be the end of it, although... Where is his army? I mean, he's not all up in my territory anywhere, so I think that's good. It's not there. Yeah, there it is, 100%. So, offer peace, enforce demands. Bam! Usurp the title Petty Kingdom of Kola. So I have a petty kingdom now. Nice. Okay, so... okay, so I have a duchy now, and that's Kola. And so de jure Kola is here, and this dude is one of my vassals, and I have the opportunity for, oh, I have one more right here, Nordland. This guy hates me. He owns all three of these areas, and he's pissed about not being on the council. Wonder if I can revoke his title without pissing off everybody else. No, and I don't have a reason to imprison him either, is that right? But he wants to be on the council. So I don't have open advisor slots. This dude is a malcontent. What's his issue? And I don't have enough to create my second duchy. What I need to do is I need to create one more vassal, and that'll then bring me under my current domain limit. So what will I do? I will find somebody else from my... Let's see here. Sister's son. Can I give him something? I suppose I can. I can give him... Let's give him Yamtaland. No, I can't. Okay. So I need to find somebody else to... Or I could just rock it with... okay, so this dude is also a powerful vassal who wants to be on the council. And -10 for domain too big. What is the penalty? 1 seat on the council. -40. And all his children. Oh, can I ransom any of those kids? Let's see. I only have this guy. I bet I can throw a blot, though. I bet everybody will like that. Oh, I'm not 16 yet. I gotta wait till I'm 16 to throw a blot. I got February 1st. I got less than 2 years. Since I already have a duchy level title, I don't necessarily need another one down here in Nidaros, but I kind of would prefer to have Nidaros. I've been having these special feelings for special summon lately. Strange urges to find myself embraced and close to another person. If I could only find myself alone with... we either have the carpenter's daughter or the farrier's apprentice. Or no, I'd better keep these thoughts for myself. I'm gonna go with the carpenter's daughter. Just because it's easier. I mean, you know, homosexual adds a certain negative impact from all your vassals, so that's slightly problematic. Alright, so she's got brawny and conscientious, but also haughty. Howdy, my sister. I mean, honestly, she'd do better with stewardship education anyways. I think that's what I'm going to focus on. And idle council members. Right. My council. Okay, so I guess we can go ahead and gain that. And this guy can work on troops. Because this is all here in my personal domain, and these guys all belong to my vassals up here. Okay. After waiting for the right opportunity, I find myself behind the barn alone together with the carpenter's daughter that my heart has been longing for. My palms are sweaty and my chest is pounding. Should I suggest a secluded cuddle in the barn? Get lustful? I think I shall. Excellent. So up my intrigue and my fertility. Christian church, but who cares? Excellent. And I am threatening 8.8%. And I still have special... oh, I have 2 more commander titles available. Look at that. I'll make this guy a commander. Maybe he'll get killed off in battle. And I need to invite someone else. I suppose at the moment, let's see, I can press de jure ducal claims on this guy. Well, I am definitely going to do that. And I should nominate my successor. Yeah, nominate him, genius kid. And I have 2 duchies that I can create now. I'm going to go for Nidaros for sure. Nidaros? But do I have enough then for the Kingdom of Norway? That's the real question. I don't know that I do. Let's see. So I have Jomtland, which is a part of Norway, which, yeah, I have only 6 out of 19. So there's a whole bunch more of that I need. So I need 10? So I need 4 more, which is all going to come from Denmark. Yeah. I suppose my, become king of Denmark ambition might be able to help with that, but we'll see. Should I press this guy's claims here? Can I? Needs to be approved by the council. So what's up with council? How come you guys are not into going to war? Council. Content and Glory Hound. I got 3 Glory Hounds, 2 Contents, or Pragmatists. Inclined to support wars for reclaiming of de jure land or counties with the ruler's culture. They might also support wars against weak opponents. Will oppose the creation of other strong vassals in the realm and will support the revoking of titles from already powerful vassals. Prestigious advances for glory. Yeah. I suppose it's just because I'm still in a regency, right? I have to wait till February after next. Yeah, so I got a little ways to go here. I might end up becoming king of Lapland first. I still have another commander slot that I need to fill. But I don't have anybody good to fill it. There's nobody who has any real, sort of combat capabilities. Alright, so welcome everybody. This is a new game that we're playing here. We started out as the single count of this little county right here in Rieg Jaf Yilki. Rieg Jaf Yilki. From there, we have expanded outwards to gain all of this sort of outside coast of Scandinavia here. Our biggest contender nearby is Denmark, who I've been parking my counselor on to make things better with him. My eventual plan here is to switch over to a merchant republic and then become a Germanic Norse merchant republic with raiding. Interestingly enough, when it comes to raiding, I don't even have basic shipbuilding technology yet. I still do not have enough. I am luckily now gaining tech per month, but I do not have enough technology to build boats. So any and all raiding that I've done has been with sort of nearby tribal rulers for, half a ducat or 1 ducat or whatever the case may be. I was waiting to create the Duchy of Nidaros, the High Chiefdom of Nidaros. Of course, actually, my preferable place was to go to Vestlandet, but then I'd have to go through Denmark to do that. So not yet. So I took 2/3 of Nidoros and was ready to do that, but it costs 163 gold ducats, and so I've been waiting for that. In the meantime, I was able to subjugate Kola, who owned sort of the rest of these counties up along the coast here, and so from there, I now am a duke, or a high chief, I guess is however you want to call it. This is me. This is my original guy here, who I started out with, and of course he ended up incapable towards the end of his life here. He got knocked on the head during a battle and suffered pretty seriously for that. And then here's me and my 4 sisters. Luckily, there were no other sons to split things in Gavelkind. So at this point, this is where I'm at. The other thing is that my heir is my 1-year-old nephew, who is a genius. And so at this point, I am tempted to just not have any children. I could marry a chick who's over 45, or who knows. But it's if I get married and start having kids, it raises the possibility of Gavelkind sort of making things fall apart. And look at that, my regency is over. I finished my education in the ways of war, and I find that I have some talent for it. I gained skilled tactician. Excellent, so I am a skilled tactician. It is wise to attack the enemy's strategy. Boom. So here I am, High Chief Boodley, or Boojley? I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't know how these things go. Of Kola. I am honest and lustful and a skilled tactician. So these are my stats. I am now going to pick a focus. In terms of my focus, normally, I just get done with a Roman game, which you can see in my previous videos. I didn't get a chance to finish it because I just bought Conclave today, and Conclave sort of screwed up all my realm laws, and my Roman Empire that was almost the entire map was about to fall apart because of Conclave. So thank you, Conclave. So I decided to start over. So normally I would have started with like a business focus for stewardship, but honestly, at this point, I don't know that I need to do that, right? My domain vassal limit thing is kind of a big deal at this point, but honestly, not that much. This game at this point is really all going to be about war, and so adding this additional sort of martial ability for me to be able to raise additional troops so that I can defend myself against Denmark or whoever else, I think is ultimately going to be more important. And I already have lustful, so I don't need family focus. I don't need intrigue. So I think war is probably the best way to go. And I can duel people. I mean, honestly, this makes sense to me anyways. So let's see, who are my rivals? So I got this guy as a rival. I outstrip him in my combat abilities, but I don't know if I'm quite ready for that yet. I don't want to die right away. I mean, I could, at that point, I would go to my genius heir, but, let's take a look at marriage options here. So I'm going to go ahead and limit it to adults. And what is my weakest here? We're going to go for high stewardship. We're going to see what we have available here. So, I got some shield maidens down here. Nobody with strong or genius traits that would be heritable. If we take away the restriction on adults, then what do we end up with? I still don't see. I see some underage. See some jailbait in here. Let's see, what else do we have? Looking for strong or genius, or really strong or genius. Attractive, I suppose, works, and she's only 3. Take attractive, and 3 gives me many, many years of not spewing out way too many sons, because that, of course, is the problem. You don't want to start early, and again, I already have an heir who's of my dynasty. We don't have any title loss kind of stuff going on, and so that gives me 13 years to expand the realm and do what I need to do without fear. Now, the downside is then I don't have the benefit of a wife in the meantime who can offer me stat increases and that kind of stuff. So this chick is brawny, for instance, so I get some additional, like an extra 9 martial. I get 14 there to make up for my 5, so that's an additional 7, I believe, so that put me at 30. She also has strong stats across the board. So as far as actual just stats, Rose looks pretty good. We also have some of these Gidjas and priestesses, so they've got their kind of things going on, and commanders even. Um, Nobody in here seems to have any claims. Okay, we got a couple claims here. She has weak claims on Saxony and a weak heritable claim on the Duchy of Saxony, so that's kind of good. What else? You have a weak claim on the Jarldom of Sigeland, a weak claim on the Chiefdom of Silveslig, Chiefdom of Jyland. So actually, who is she? Who's her grandfather is the Jarl Wartooth. Okay, her siblings are currently commanders of Denmark. Her guardian is, yeah. So that's actually not bad. I don't think I get a no defense. And actually, she's 15, so almost 16. So in terms of claims, this one's not bad. My son would get a heritable weak claim on the Duchy of Saxony, so it might give us some opportunity down in Saxony. But what does she have? She's got brooding. So, and she does have diligent, that's good, but she's also proud. And she's in the West Francian revolt currently. Okay, wow, West Francia, look at these guys. Holy Roman Empire incoming, I guess, is what we see there. Okay. Anybody else with strong heritable claims? So another one here on Saxony. Weak and weak. Let's see, another one here. Jarldom of Unsabrook. I still think Rose might be a better option. No claims, but her stats are much better, and ultimately, I don't need claims anyways. Alright, so we're going to get married. And we're going to see what happens. I'm going to collect my 10 gold, thank you very much. And I need an ambition here. So I'm going to have my ambition as being the King of Norway. And that will give me then unlimited subjugation, casus belli. Alright, minor titles. Let's see, I have still another commander slot. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to create the Duchy of Nidaros. I have enough money for it finally. Just barely. Boom. And I'm actually going to make that my primary title just because. So, boom. Jarl of Nidaros. And I need a successor. So that is my nephew H1. Yeah, that's him, the genius. Okay. And tribal organization low. Let's see here. Enables low centralization laws for dukes and above. And I can implement empowered council and war declaration committee. Let's see. Tribal organization is minimum. Chiefs have barely any control over their vassals. Unreformed pagan tribal vassal opinion +5, or I get a -5. I think I'm going to do this. We're going to see what happens here. It just happens. Okay, so there's no... Can I go to medium as well? Title revocation committee. Huh. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I can up centralization. So which means increase domain and... Oh, and in fact, that fixes my domain limit problem. So I'm actually out of 6. 5 out of 5, 6 out of 6. So what's the advantage of going up here to medium? Enables medium for dukes and above. So these guys are not for it. They're all against it, all 5 of them. Okay, and we can't switch out of Gavelkind. Elective Gavelkind until we reform. So, council consideration. So they like me, but just not enough for this particular law. They're not into it. We do have the ability to adjust obligations, it looks like, but not for now. Okay, war declaration and council power. The rule has full authority over politics and laws. War declaration. Council members vote on war declarations. Interesting. Okay. All right. So, still not sure. Oh, I can create the Kingdom of Lapland. Excellent. So it cost me 326. Well, think I can still... No, I can't. I can declare on this guy though. Yeah. So because I have claims, pagans and nomads can conquer single border counties without specific reasons. Norse pagans can also take any coastal county. So I can make a de jure claim. Council votes yes. Alright. Let's see. These dudes vote against. This guy's a malcontent. Okay, so he hates everything no matter what. And this one is a pragmatist. And he says, eh. Okay. Okay, Kemi. So everybody's okay with Kemi except for my malcontent. Pojhana, though, this guy's not so happy about. But I think we're going to take Kemi. And he has an ally, High Chieftain of Bajarmia. Okay. But hey, let's do it. Let's try it. Let's go for Kemi. And we are going to go ahead and ask you to come to war. And we're going to call our tribal allies to war. Raise these guys up here. Get my troops here, and we're just going to march them up that way. He's going to come. Alright, thanks, bro-in-law. And you want to arrange a marriage, huh? Heir to the West Francian revolt, my sister. Nah. I'm probably going to betroth her matrilineally. They rejected the institution of medium tribal organization. Okay. Alright, by calling in a favor, Yngvar has forced you to start a vote on the medium tribal organization law. Alright, well there you go. A famous writer proposes to compose your family chronicles. Well, they're not very long, but it's going to put me... all dynasty members -5 for 10 years, huh? 15% chance I gain the trait humble. I'm about to like go to war, so I don't really have extra money for that right now. In fact, it's already gonna put me in deficit here real fast, but I think once we get this one county at least, it'll make a difference. At this point I should just be saving up, but so I can create my kingdom title. Be Lapland to start out, but that's okay. What is my ambition? Is it become King of Norway or Lapland? Oh, it's Norway. So I won't get a discount on Lapland. I should have left the other one as my title before. Let's see here. So I got 1,700 troops. And so we're going to head through this way. Where are my allies? Those guys are headed south. Okay, I don't know where they're going, but Estonia joined him. Oh, he's headed for me, huh? You gonna come get me over here? Alright, we can do that. It is September, and I have 3 of these dudes, including myself. So, let's see here. Ormer, Arnie, and I'll throw myself on here as well. Actually, Ormer, you suck a little bit, so I'm gonna get my marshal in here. Yeah, there we go. In fact, let's put the marshal in the middle, and I'll be on that. Actually, I'll put me on the stronger flank, and then we'll put Arnie on the other flank. And this is forest with severe winter, and he's going to have a river crossing penalty. So we're just going to sit tight, see how this goes with this battle. I mean, he outnumbers me by a couple hundred troops, but he does have that river crossing penalty. Now let's take a look at what the general situation looks like. So, Nidaros, why are we the attackers? That's what I want to know, but that's okay, whatever. Okay, so he's got nobody on this flank at all. He's got a guy with 7 and morale damage over here versus my just general, you know, combat skill. And then a 14 versus a 21. Oof. We're going to lose this. Yeah, this is interesting that this flank is already being lost right here. It's the morale damage, that's what it is. It's cruel. Morale damage. morale damage, and of course nobody. This flank is going to go our way, but yeah, my flank's already about to be in retreat here. I think it's time for us to run away. So retreat. We'll lose some troops, but that is all right. And who else did I lose? I lost my marshal, so it looks like my marshal was killed. Excellent, and by excellent I mean terrible. Alright, so throw this guy in here. And he is busy being a commander at the moment, but okay. Let's see who... Bajarmia gets the penalty, so Bajarmia is over here. Who died? My father-in-law died of severe stress. Okay, well, such is life. Let's see. Found a new kingdom. Okay, nope. Found a merchant republic. Nope. I can't be unreformed, so I have to reform. That's right, I have to get all the holy sites and reform my pagan Germanic religion first. Okay, so something happened over here. Usamia. Did they just change their title around? What the heck? Usamia, Plozhelnia, Kemi, I don't know. But it doesn't matter, we got our couple thousand troops up here, we're still at war, we're going to take this territory here and actually just assault that. 19%. We're going to head down here and do the same in his other territory. Is he heading back around to fight me? Yeah, he is. So stupid, man. Game the AI. They're just so bad at making certain decisions. It blows my mind. Okay. 500 versus our 2,000, so I think we're just going to wait this one out. We got a small army of warriors. Nice. Okay, well, why don't you guys come join the war that's already begun. See how you get there. Or if you get there. And we have a technology. Yes, shipbuilding. That is what I am talking about right now. So, do we have enough prestige to build a shipbuilder? We do. So, that's going to take some time, but that is okay. Get some boats, go on some raids overseas, get some real money, and we have a claim on Lancipoja. So do we use it or let it go? It's going to cost me 13. I'm going to use it. And you, sir. What am I going to do with you? I'm going to put you over here to sow dissent with this guy. Hopefully we can then get him all pissed off and revolting. And if he revolts, then we might be able to attack him and take that territory without having to face Denmark head on. Because I do still want to create the Kingdom of Norway. I get that huge sort of bonus. And we steal some more tech from Friesland. So that one is done. We're going to head down here. Okay, so that guy is just the ally. This is the dude that has the 3 counties, and we're on our way to the 3rd right now. So you are headed here, actually, and you guys are headed here too. So maybe if he can sow dissent over here, I mean, ultimately the downside is if he gets caught, it's going to really piss off the boss, you know. I have 2 commander slots open. Wow, all right. Couple of these pissed off courtiers, what's his deal? He's a rival of mine. Well, that is okay. I will happily make him a commander anyways, and same for this guy. Is he also a rival? Yes, he is. This guy, yeah, no, I'll take him. Okay, so we got a couple more commanders, even if they're rivals. Who likes me the most and also has a nice high? You will be my designated regent and my cupbearer. Also someone I like who I trust. My marshal will be my cupbearer. My court scald. Oh, I got a poet, and he know it. Council. My steward is still a malcontent. I have enough money to bribe him? I don't. He's also the wrong religion. So that's part of it. Alright, these guys have been away from supplies for too long. You did it. You managed to sow distrust. Excellent. Can I move you yet? I don't think I can. Nope. Alright. 400 compared to our 2,000. And knock the wife up. Excellent. New heir won't be a genius, but that's okay. We're currently at 86%. And there it is, the full 100%. I offer you peace. And took his land. Took your land. March on home, guys, which is the fastest way. 1, 2, 3, or... I suppose we'll head to Kemi. So, do I keep Kemi? I suppose I do. It's still within my domain limit. Alright, so... adding on to my combat abilities, where do we go with this? Center, flank, center or flank? Probably gonna put myself on the flank. I like that better. So flank it is. Alright. I have 2 titles that I can create, the Duchy of Finnmark and the Kingdom of Lapland, which again will cost me 322 gold. Alright, what happened here? Vladimir, looks like they took all this territory. Yeah, okay. Alright, good for you, Vladimir. I guess. It's just one more person I can attack later. I took a good look at myself and thought about my weaknesses and strengths. After many hours of soul searching, I realized I have nothing to be ashamed of, or I have many strengths but more weaknesses. Well, I'd rather take the piety or the prestige. I will take the prestige. Thank you very much. Prestige is currency in this game, so absolutely I will take the prestige. Alright, you guys march on home. God, look how we've declined. We were at almost 2,000 and now we're down to like 1,000. It takes some time for these guys to recover and disband. Let's take a look here. Yeah, we can eventually field up to 2260 something, but alright. You, sir, let's get a raiding band together. Not a metal band, not a hair band, but a raiding band. Duchy of Finnmark I can eventually create, and Kingdom of Lapland. And I had a son! Ta-da! And now we have title loss on succession. You, sir, are going to go with struggle. And if you survive... my son, where is he? Just born? My son. Heir to the Earldom of Kola. Let's see what happens. And we built a shipbuilder. Alright, so how many boats can we come up with now? None still? 6 galleys, so it's room for 600. Well, I can build some other stuff, or I could build more ships. I'm going to build more ships in my other territories. Shipbuilder. The technology has not spread there yet. Bummer. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just hold on to it for now. Alright, and that was the very timely reminder from the wife that it is approaching midnight now on the East Coast, or West Coast, and it is time for bed. So thank you all who are still tuned in, and I appreciate having you here. We will pick this up another day. And, yes. Alright, good times.